welcome. Just really quick, before I call the mayor up, many of you know that this is kind of a bittersweet day for me. After achieving probably one of my life's greatest achievements, today is also my last day at MARC. So I want to thank all of my community partners and business partners, colleagues, co-workers, the mayor, Chamber of Commerce. I know I'm going to miss a lot of people, but it has been a fabulous 6 years. I have enjoyed myself immensely, and I'm going to miss everybody. And hopefully I'll collaborate with some of you moving into the future. So without further ado, wait, one more quick second. I'm sorry, Mayor. Lieutenant Governor Susan Bysowitz unfortunately was not able to be here tonight. She did, however, give us an official citation, which I don't have my glasses on, so I'm not going to be able to read, but I will read it afterwards. I want to invite Mayor Ben Florsheim up to say a quick few words. He has been very, very helpful in all of our endeavors and has been supporting us since he took office. So please, Mayor, please come up and say a few words.
Thank you so much, Linda. Thank you for all that you've done throughout this remarkable career, and thank you for bringing us here today. We were talking beforehand, and we just cut the ribbon on the other side. The open house that MARC hosted before you even moved in, while there were still no furniture, there were some chairs, piled up in a corner. Hosted an open house for the community. It was one of the first events that I went to as mayor, and it was one of the last events that I went to before the pandemic occurred. And so I am really, really glad to be back here today, being able to see. I'm glad we got to walk through the building and actually see the difference, the way that this space has been transformed to support the organization that is itself supporting our community in so many amazing ways. The city has been proud to be a partner to MARC. I was talking with our one of our community service coordinators, Linda, as we were coming in, and she reminded me that we used some CDBG funding to help make this project possible. And really, we are just so proud to have it in Middletown, an organization that serves the whole state, the whole region. We're thrilled to host them in this great community. And Linda has been an amazing partner. MARC has been an amazing partner through that period, from when I first got to be here to us all being here today. The response from MARC has been phenomenal. Linda has been part of our coordinated effort across the city, day after day, week after week, to make sure we got through this pandemic safely. And I am just so excited to be here with you all today to help join in celebrating this beautiful new space and the continuing work that MARC is doing in our community. And I was talking with Senator Lesser before about how being an elected official is an effective excuse to get you out of being on time to all sorts of events. But your friend's rehearsal dinner is not one of them. So I do have to run out after this. I'm excited, though, to be back to tour the facility further, to continue working with all of you, and just to continue the great work that we're doing in this region and in this community. So thank you, Linda, for all of your service to MARC and to the community. I should also mention that I learned today that the board chair for MARC, Professor Nee, was one of my professors at Wesleyan, and the fact that he was able to effectively teach a chemistry course to a liberal arts major should give you a sense of what good hands you're in, and what it really took to take this project from idea to reality. So thank you again, everybody, for being a part of MARC. Thanks so much for all that you do, and looking forward to working with you in the future.
Okay, and next I'd like to call up Senator Matt Lesser. Senator Lesser has been a friend of MARC's for years, for decades actually. He's been a member of our President's Council. He has done volunteer work here, has attended our wine tasting, and I'd just like to have him have an opportunity to say hello.
Thank Thank you, Linda, and thank you for your work, Mark. I mean, you look at this building and you want to know what your legacy is. It is a strong organization that serves people all across our communities, that saves lives, that's all about helping people. In this county, in this state, what we all are good at is taking care of one another. And there is no organization that I can think of that does a better job of it than MARC. And it's so good to see the board here, so many staff and volunteers, and so many clients of MARC who work together. We have a wonderful resource here, and I could not be prouder that your office is your headquarters is in Middletown. This is a wonderful facility, and I'm excited for the catered food. So thank you so much. My hope over the next few years, I got elected in the 2008 financial crisis. We had an $8.5 billion deficit. And every year since then, we've had one fiscal crisis from another. And that's meant tough choices. It's meant tough choices about doing what we need to do and to take care of people who are in need. And now for the first time, at least in my political career, we're now in a point where we can actually expand our investments in human beings and expand investments in people. And there's more of an ability to do more to help people. So my hope is that working with our nonprofit providers, working with MARC, we're going to be able to do so much more, leveraging your magnificent new space over the next few years. And I'm proud to be a partner in that. Thank you.
And Representative Phipps, come on up. Representative Phipps has also been a great partner of MARC's, President's Council, and painted our boardroom, I believe was the room he was in, has painted numerous living rooms at our group homes, and I believe at one point in time fell off a ladder. So please come on up and say hello really quick.
Good afternoon, everyone. Oh, we're going to try that again. Once again, I'm from Middletown, born and raised here, member of Cross Street AV Zion Church, and when we say good afternoon or good morning to everyone, we got to say good morning back or good afternoon back, so we all know that we're in this together. We're going to try that one more time. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. That's a little bit. CEO, thank you so much for this opportunity to just share a little bit with everyone, and for all of your work. This is amazing to see and to see that progress. And thank you for inviting me back. When you fall off a ladder and spill the paint everywhere that you just had painted the wall and got the new other wrong color up there, you think that you're not going to get invited back ever again. So I am so glad and so humbled that even as I made a bigger mess than I started, we can still all be friends. But your work has been remarkable. I don't think there's words that can really describe the impact that you have had on this community in so many ways. So your next journey right up Route 9 is going to be a great one, and I know that we're on the right track. And I said it's always bittersweet to be with my friends at MARC. One of my good friends, Larissa, who was an absolute staunch advocate for the MARC community, was a good friend, and we would talk all the time about why this work was so important, about how we all, no matter your race, your gender, your ability, affluency or lack thereof, we all want the same things. Good health care, a place to live, a good job, to be heard, to be seen, to have a place to eat and have fun, a place to learn, a place to have friends. Everyone wants those things. To play kickball. We all want the same things. And she was someone that taught me that. So before I was a legislator, being able to take that mentality and that understanding and real belief of equity. That's really what equity is, right? That no matter who you are, you still deserve to have your needs met. And I've always been able to take that framework from what she taught because of this work and because of this community, because of all of you, to making me a much better legislator and policymaker. So I am always humbled to be with you all. And I walk through that building and you see the employment center, and you see the technology center and the music center. There's been so many great resources. So that just to remind us all that there is something that connects every single one of us. So I truly, truly, truly appreciate what MARC is doing for all of us, to remind us how important it is to serve one another, to love one another, and to continue to doing the work. So thank you so much.
So now I'd like to call up our chairman of the board, Joe Neate.
Thank you. Thank you, Linda. And also, welcome everyone on behalf of the board. I want to welcome everyone here tonight. It's great to see parents, supporters, individuals from the program, staff working here and so forth. It's such a great event. And it just really has been a great experience being associated with MARC. Now I'm the chair of the board, but also my son Scott is right here. Raise your hand, Scott. Has been in the program for a good number of years. Representative Phipps mentioned Larissa, who was very instrumental in our life, working with Scott, introducing us to MARC, and just as you say, the commitment to equity or developing people, the commitment, the love, and so forth. And it's such a great experience. And at MARC, I see the staff here really just committed to the enterprise. It's just so heartwarming to see what people do to this. Regarding the building, which is very exciting here, we were at, for many years, 421 Main Street, which is very close to my home, but you know, there's a lot of compromises there with regard to space. We wanted to do more as far as programming. We wanted to support our individuals better, but there were just limitations. So coming here, it was actually a long process, Linda. We saw many realtors and different sites and so forth. And it's always hard making a call on a new facility. But we did on here, at this place here today. And frankly, it's great now, Linda, but when we first walked in, it wasn't quite as nice as it is now. And so Linda and her staff and so forth have done a fantastic job during this whole COVID period too, of really trying to get the contractors in here, trying to think about how to reconfigure the building, how to bring it up to the standards that we expect for our individuals and so forth. And so it's really a fantastic facility now. And it's also going to now allow us to go forward and with new programming, expanding our programming here at MARC. So we're very excited about that. And I just wanted to take this opportunity. Obviously, Linda indicated that she's leaving. I mean, it's been 6 years. And really to think, you know, the number of accomplishments Linda and her team has done, not only the building and the renovation of the building and so forth, but also during the whole COVID time, which is really just to do all that while the restrictions were on and so forth is just amazing. And the other thing I would mention, I remember this very acutely, that Linda and her staff, they really organized the first vaccination program here very early on. And it was such a great relief to me that my son and other individuals in the program could get vaccinated. And Linda's really sort of brought that home to us. That was a great thing. I just wanted to say a few more things about, you know, now that we have this new facility, we look forward to expanding our programming and so forth. The day program is expanding. There are different types of programming, custom programming and day classic programming. And also we're developing employment transition programming with DDS. Residential Services is working hard to roll out cluster living that will allow greater independence in apartment living while providing support to ensure success, which for me, you know, as my son is getting older, and I think a lot of parents, families that attend MARC, is the long-term care is just such an important thing. And so I think that's going to be one of our key things going forward, is how to expand that aspect of it, not only group homes, but cluster living and other options for people to live in the community and so forth. And the board, I just want to say to my colleagues on the board, we have a few parents on the board, but really just people who give their time, their effort to committing to MARC it's just amazing to see. I think we have a strong board, but obviously now we also are in the process now of looking for Linda's replacement. So that's all going well, but it's a challenge for us, and we're enthusiastic that we're going to hire a replacement for Linda that will keep up the excellence that she's demonstrated. So first of all, before I go on, I just want to say let's give a round of applause for Linda. Although I won't forgive you for leaving while I'm chair of the board, but that's beside the point. Finally, I'd like to say that really I think the focus here for us and all that is really the individuals in the program, the quality of the program, what can we do for them, and so forth. And really, to me, it's like the staff that works here is just fantastic. I mean, they have that same commitment to the individuals, quality programming, the commitment, and so forth. And I think, it's a tough job working here. I must say, it's a tough job. But I think the understanding that the good that you're doing for the individuals and the development and so forth is really rewarding. And I just think it's a very positive kind of environment with the staff. So I'd like to have also a round of applause for the staff here. So really, that's all I have to say. I think I'd like to introduce now, Brian Corvo, who is on the Development Committee for the Board of Trustees. Brian.
Thank you. Thanks everyone for staying here, because usually someone says I'm on a development committee, everyone goes running away as fast as they can. My name is Brian Corvo. Thank you for the great introduction. I'm on the board. I serve on the development committee. My journey with MARC goes back to when I met Brother Houlihan in 1988 when I was a freshman at Xavier. And being a MARC volunteer was a big part of my life. It taught me not just about community service, but about inclusion and acceptance for all people. And since then, I felt like I've owed this organization a lot. And when I became reconnected with it, when I moved back to Connecticut, I was really grateful for them to take me in. And since 1988, while MARC's certainly gone through a lot of changes and growth and evolution, but I think that one thing that remains constant is the commitment to empowering people through its programming and services. And you can change mission statements and vision statements and everything, but that's really what it's about. It's about empowering, it's about inclusion, and it's about acceptance. Now, this great programming and services are funded in part by the state, but we have to keep in mind that MARC has to pick up where the state either falls short or things that they don't fund at all. That includes stuff like adult skill development programming, enrichment programmings for art, music, health, and wellness, and upkeep and maintenance of residential programs, to name a few things. So it's really only through your generosity, the continuous generosity of corporate sponsors, of individual donors, of people coming to volunteer, even if they fall off ladders painting, that they keep this place going. And for that, I can't tell you how grateful we all are, and how much that means, and just that whatever you give to us, you're part of this community, and you're appreciated, and I don't want to overuse the word, but there's love for you, because you show love and care for this and our good work here. For those of you that might be new to the organization, I invite you to learn more about us and see how you can help out, because there's so many things that you can do here. This building is not just a big dream for us, it's an extraordinary place for really extraordinary people. And wonderful things are going to happen here. This is, it's not an endpoint in MARC's history, it's a landmark, and it's a jumping point for our future. And there's so many great programs that this is going to allow us to have. The one I'm most excited about, Joe talked about a bunch of stuff, but I really like the virtual reality programming. I think that's a really worthwhile endeavor. But when you come in here and you see the energy and enthusiasm and everybody under one roof, it's a really inspiring thing to see. And thank you all for being a part of making that happen. So with that, I'll go back into development mode. There's so many ways you can give. You could actually text support. There's a QR code on the back of today's programming. And of course online, or talk to Marcy, talk to me. But we thank you all for your support and being a part of this, and hopefully moving us forward to an even better future, and helping the next generation of people who will need and appreciate our services. So with that, I just want to say thank you for celebrating with us today, and I will turn it back over to my departing friend, Linda.
And Marcy Goodman, our Director of Development, is going to come up and join me. So just some quick housekeeping, because we're about to wind things down and have the fun part. If you go in this door right here, this is there's a hallway, and then you'll enter into what is our boardroom area. On the right-hand side in the hallway is a conference room where there's all kinds of great eats that we'll hope you guys will go in and have a bite to eat, continue into the boardroom, and you kind of turn around backwards to the left, and that's where the libations are. So please, help yourselves. We hope that you'll stay. I know that Marcy's got some tours planned. Am I missing anything on housekeeping?
No, I think you got it. There are masks available if you feel you want one. I think they're right as you walk in the door.
Okay. And we're gonna. I'll let you come say a couple words.
Okay. So I will be quick. I'm a little short. Sorry.
Get tilted down.
So first, I'd like to do a quick shout out to our direct support professionals and management team for rallying together to prepare for today. They've all worked through a lot of construction and a lot of disruptions over the last year, and that was all during a pandemic, and they did it all with grace and dedication and passion. So thank you guys. You guys did awesome. While we are here today to celebrate our new home, we cannot celebrate it without celebrating our CEO, Linda. When she first came to us, we were quickly outgrowing our spaces. If not for her vision and leadership, we would not be standing here today. This is a major milestone, and although she is leaving us with a solid foundation to move ahead. She's not only been our leader, but she has been our mentor, motivator, and cheerleader. She led us through the pandemic, and it was because of her vision and drive to get us into this building that we were able to navigate through COVID. And quite frankly, if we did not have this building, we would be telling a completely different story. So, thank you. And even up to the last minute, I'm sure there will still be stuff coming before we leave tonight. She continues to guide us in our initiatives. We will be forever grateful for her and the lasting impact she's had on this organization and to each of us personally. Linda, it is with heavy hearts that we say goodbye, but know that because of you, MARC will continue to grow and thrive. Linda really didn't do it all on her own. So we'd like to thank the many organizations that have worked with us throughout the build-out, all of who went beyond and above and beyond for us. They have volunteered their time, donated to our programs, provided in-kind services and goods. They were truly partners in this endeavor. If the following would like to join us up here, we have a small token of recognition for you. So, okay. Eversource, Jack Arcedo and TJ Energy Resources, Doug Lombardi and Morgan. People's United Bank, Edgar Offenhouse and Rick Marty. One Development Construction, Derek Healy. George Law. Rosa and Hibbert Architects, Carmelo. Harding Development Group, Brendan, Kelly. And I don't think Guy Newman Construction, Guy Newman Construction is here, or Fusion Cable Systems, but they also did a lot to help us get here. So, thank you.
Okay, so now I need to call up the CEO of the Middlesex Chamber of Commerce, Larry McHugh, who's going to help us to do another ribbon cutting over here. And Larry, I don't know if you want to say a couple of words about the chamber?
I would just like to personally thank Linda for her real dedication to not only MARC, but to all of the citizens throughout our region and the state of Connecticut. And a real special thanks to the board of directors of this organization, because those individuals give up time, energy, and dollars to make sure that this organization moves forward. And to you, parents that are with us today, Godspeed. Thank you for your dedication also. And as I say all the time, the sun always shines in Middlesex County. It might not be shining up there today, but it's shining on each and every one of you out here. This is a beautiful ceremony and a wonderful building that we're going to go into. Congratulations to everybody. And now I'm going to have that whole group that is up for the first picture up here again for another photo.
You guys want to come scoot the line down a little bit?
If you can remember where you were last time, it would help out. I know that's tough for some of you, but try it.
You guys want to stay on the left side just to even it out a little bit? Can you get photos?
And Mark?
Good to see you.
Good.